more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
He finds his man complete. It's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up the middle they go. It's man, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They're going to look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. But you look at this defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Slot man moves right. They'll set up a throw. He gets it complete to Harris. That'll give him 8 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. At a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Throwing to start the drive. Richards. And the pass will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now a first carry here for their running back. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. When you look at this defense, they find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second down and 3. Back to throw. Richards. He's got his guy. It's Patton over the middle. That's good for a first down. His second catch of the opening drive.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now a second and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Flynn. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Richards. That is caught. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Second and 3. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Richards. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Richards. He finds his man complete. It's Flynn. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The visitors' offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's run the ball well to this point this season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of the quarterback.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Wolf. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Let's go now. Go.
Looking to throw. Richards. He finds his man. Complete. That's Flynn. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun on 3rd down, Richards. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this 1st half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Carson. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richards. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield. The corner was there to slam that window shut.
And they bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They run the counter. Man, and he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
First down. It's man, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Back out comes San Antonio.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Richards. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Patton. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Flynn, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd and 7.
At the 44-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Flynn trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Patton, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Richards. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
18-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun. Richards. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead.
So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
That's caught at the 25.
And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the 2nd quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game.
The 2nd half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, 2nd half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richards.
That one out wide and intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up in the short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Here is 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2, he only got 1. And as a result, possession switches hands. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Richards. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. Result is a 1st down.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. Result is 1st down.
They'll look to throw here. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wolf. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's an out route, and it's complete to Carson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's man. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to throw. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
False start, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive court. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover. And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it? A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll look to throw here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And his guys have once again taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
A try here for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And able to get this out to the 25. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion left goes a tight end. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Carson.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag
Still
came
first
out.
down.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within one score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within one score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 3. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on third down, Richards. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Johnson's got it complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Richards.
Again, it's Johnson.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets it complete to Harris. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead. and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw. Richards. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go now. Go.
Operating from the gun, Richards. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He finds his man, complete. It's man. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Now back to throw. It's brought in by Harris. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Carson with another catch. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He finds his man, complete. It's Carson. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Throw left side, complete. That's man. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for San Antonio, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.